What's going on, everyone? Phil here with a very impromptu video that I had no intention of making today. As you can see, it's my day off. I'm wearing clothes that normally you've never even seen like in a video or stream before. Wearing my jeans. Very much was not expecting to be here in the office making an impromptu video. In fact, Kat already kind of, said, hurry up. This is our day off. You're not supposed to be doing this. But I have to do this because I want to let everyone know what's going on right now with the situation that very much affects this channel and what I'm able to do for games for you guys in the next few days. It was unforeseen. It's something that happened out of nowhere that sadly there's no real way I can really plan for. So here's the deal. All week, we had a good variety of stuff that I played in this last week. You guys were very supportive for a lot of it. There was one day that was really slow, but it was great because then yesterday we had an unprecedented rallying of support. We far exceeded the membership goals for the month. Tips were great. Literally on both streams, we were hitting, goals and everything. Everything was great. Okay. So we ended this week on a very high note and everything was positive and great and fun and exciting. And then something happened last night. Actually, it happened slowly over the course of this week. I'll give you the background story. And then it really came to a head last night. And it has basically undone a lot of the positivity of the week for me. So here's the deal. There was someone who was a very positive influence on my streams over the past month and a half, 2 months. They were a relative newcomer, but they were chatting with me quite a lot of interaction. No matter what game I played, it didn't matter if it was a game like The Evil Within or Disney Dreamlight Valley or anything. Basically, any game, this person would show up, interact with me, a really positive person when it came to conversation around games. They started contributing significantly. Not only just, a tip here or there, but several tips a day sometimes. Then they were doing super chats. Then they were actually contributing in other ways. All right. And so obviously when that's happening, you think, wow, it's a new reviewer. It's a contributor. It's someone who's positive and fun and a great part of the streams. And quite frankly, I loved having this person around over the last 2 months because I felt that they did add to the streams in a very positive way. Not just the contributions, just the conversation. It actually added to a lot of the fun of the stuff that I did here on DSPGaming. I love it when we get a newcomer who's engaged in the content and absolutely is having a great time with everybody. Never had any issue or anything with this person, and they contributed quite a lot over the last couple of months, I'm not going to lie. Then I haven't seen them for about a week, and when you don't see someone who's around for a very long time and they just kind of disappear from your streams, you get a little nervous. I hope they're okay, right? And I didn't think anything of it. This is a person who actually I had talked behind the scenes with in a couple of emails back and forth about stuff going on. They wanted to contribute in other ways, like maybe fan art and stuff like that. So I had an email trail going with this person. So finally, all of a sudden, after having not heard from this person in about a week, I get some chargebacks for tips that they had done, some in September and a couple in early October. And they weren't large. They were a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what does it say? It actually says that, with the financial institution, they filed official chargebacks claiming that these were unauthorized purchases. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what happened here? This person, I couldn't believe it because usually when I get a chargeback, it's like, okay, I kind of get it. Maybe this person was a sarcastic tipper. Maybe this was someone who I didn't really know. This is someone who I felt like I got to know over a course of about 2 months. So I was actually shocked when this hit to the point where I didn't want to believe that this person was a malicious troll. I probably should have. I should just always suspect that. Like, why would anyone who wasn't being malicious charge anything back? It doesn't make sense. But I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, so I emailed them earlier this week and basically said, hey, I've noticed you haven't been around my streams recently. And then all of a sudden, on top of that, I get chargebacks for, what's going on? I would hope that this is either a misunderstanding or maybe a mistake or some situation because you've contributed a ton. And there's only a couple of these chargebacks that have come through, and they're relatively small, so it's not like it's a giant deal, but I'm just wondering what the heck is going on? What's happening here? I'd like to hear your side of the story, obviously, before I make any judgments. And so this person did get back to me and essentially said that they had been sick for a while, and that's why they weren't on the streams for like a week and a half. And they were very sorry about these chargebacks without giving you the personal details, essentially saying it was something out of their control. It was through a bank and stuff like that. So whatever. Basically, they gave me a story. I tend to want to believe the best in people, and I believed this person and said, okay, I will give you the benefit of the doubt. So thanks for explaining. And this person even said to me, I hope that this was just a limited thing. I apologize, profusely that it happened. Hope that you don't get hit with any other things moving forward. No fees, no other chargebacks, because this isn't something that was in my control and it didn't mean for it to happen. Okay, fair enough. I even saw the person a few more times this past week on my streams. A couple of times they contributed via tipping, and also I think some super chats. Okay, so I think, all right, maybe coast is clear, no problem. Okay, so as you know, we had a great streaming week here, and then we had this big stream last night, the conclusion of Scorn. You know, people are excited. They show up. They start supporting the stream in droves, which is really good. I should give you some clarification. Basically, during the day, I realized that I had enough money to cover a bill that was due today, which is my utility bill, and enough to basically cover kind of my day out today, which was grocery shopping, pet supplies for Jasper. We literally just finished eating dinner. Like, we just finished eating our meal, which is a really good Mediterranean meal. I'll tell you about it on the podcast tomorrow. Okay, so we did all that, and I look at my bank account, what's left in it, and there's like $30. Okay, I'm like, well, that's not enough for Gotham Knights tomorrow. But here's what happened last night, which sadly is the reason why I'm making this video. Last night, during that late stream, when people were rallying with support and everything was very exciting for the conclusion of Scorn, and we did some Q&A, this person took it upon themselves to charge back every single tip contribution they had sent me in the 2-month period they were watching my streams. This amounted to over $400 of simultaneous chargebacks. And for those who don't know how chargebacks work, when you get charged back, you lose the money. It's gone. Now, you have the ability to fight that chargeback. And I will, absolutely. Because when they filed these chargebacks, they claim these were unauthorized transactions, to which I have to respond. Pretty sure there's pretty big evidence that they were authorized, considering that every time you sent me a tip, you left me a message with it, completely talking about what's going on my stream, and the fact that I have a whole email trail from you about this earlier in the week, you stating, oh, it was an accident, this is not intentional, I hope this doesn't hit again. I have all this evidence, like a ton of evidence, showing that all of these tips are legit, not unauthorized transactions, okay? But the thing that happens with PayPal when you get a chargeback is you have to fight it, meaning every single contribution, of which there are almost 100 individual contributions from this person, needs to be individually disputed, sending them all of that information for each and every one. Then it goes to a third-party kind of limbo where someone who works for PayPal or is hired by PayPal to review cases looks at the data and has to make the determination if this is legit or not. I'll be honest with you, I don't always win, I don't always lose. It's kind of all over the place, all right? Usually it's not a big deal because you get a few chargebacks here or there are a few bucks, who gives a crap? But when you have over $400 taken from you in one fell swoop, and you're someone like me who doesn't make a ridiculous amount of money, I live paycheck to paycheck, as I tell you guys every week. Most of the time, it's the tips I raise during the week that are paying for everything around here. The day off, any bills that week, if I have to buy a new game, it's your tips that fund that, okay? So here's the situation is I screwed up. I had enough money to buy Gotham Knight. I didn't transfer it all. I transferred enough money for my day off and to pay my utility bill for the day to my bank account, not knowing that any chargeback was coming, okay? Then all of a sudden, this giant chargeback hit me last night. Well, I should say not one. It was a ridiculous amount of them, amounting to over $400. So I went from having a bunch of tips in my PayPal account, I'm more than equipped, ready to buy Gotham Knight, to I now have negative $390 in my PayPal account. Yes, that means that this weekend, every day that I stream, any tips that I get are basically paying down debt, which I shouldn't owe because this person is stealing from me. They committed fraud. They are lying, committing actual, it's a crime to lie to PayPal about something like this. It's ridiculous. What's sad is I really liked this person, and now not knowing that they're not going to be around the streams anymore actually makes me sad because I'm going to miss them because they were a nice person to talk to about games and stuff. And I have absolutely no idea what happened because obviously this is something on their end. Likely it was just a malicious troll all along, impersonating someone who liked my content and was engaging and basically wanted to do this. Because isn't it funny? All this happened on the very same day. I get view botted, I get sub botted, and then I get a ridiculous amount of gifted memberships that allow me to hit my member goal and exceed it for the month of October. All that's happening. Is it just a coincidence that all of a sudden this person now decides to charge back over $400? Of course not. This was planned. They were doing this all along in the hopes that they were going to strike at a point when they thought that they could hurt me. Oh, look, Phil's feeling really good today because it was a really positive day for him. Let's take all that away. Now, here's the truth. If I had not transferred funds over the course of yesterday into my bank account, I would have had no money to have my day off today. I wouldn't have had enough money to pay my utility bill and have groceries for my family. So this person who thinks that I guess they're funny, oh, this is great, look at how I can manipulate and hurt Phil, like could have seriously hurt me. We might have had no money at all for the entirety of the week because this person stole from me, okay? Committed this fraud. So, the reason I'm telling you all this is because I don't have enough money to buy Gotham Knight tomorrow now, okay? And it sucks. I wish I did. I was hoping that today maybe it wouldn't be as expensive for grocery shopping and things, and maybe I could cut corners. I tried as best I could. I don't have enough money. Like I said, I have about $30 in my bank account right now and negative $390 in my PayPal account. I can't buy Gotham Knight, all right? Now, here's the situation. YouTube is supposed to pay me for the month's performance tomorrow. So if they pay me for September's performance tomorrow and it clears before the first stream at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time, then I can use those funds to buy Gotham Knight and we can still play it. But I have no guarantee that's going to happen. YouTube pays very sporadically. Sometimes they'll pay you in the morning before you even wake up. At like 4 in the morning, you'll get a payment. Sometimes you don't get it till mid-afternoon. Sometimes you don't even get it on the day, and they delay it for absolutely no reason, and you'll get it in a day or two. All right? I'm hopeful that YouTube will pay me overnight, but there's no guarantee they will. There's been several times over the last year and a half that I've been reliant on that one YouTube paycheck every month where the pay came late, and because of that, I just couldn't do things that I needed to do with money. I didn't have it. Okay? So I'm worried. All right? Now, the reason I'm making this video is to warn all of you. Tomorrow, if I don't get paid by YouTube overnight and I can't get Gotham Knight, it's very simple. We're just going to play a Plague Tale Requiem. The late stream, which is going to be the season finale of Friday Night Fights, remains exactly the same, untouched. I'm hopeful that even if I don't get paid by YouTube tomorrow, hopefully I'll get paid by Saturday, in which case then I'll have enough I can buy it and we could keep playing it, okay? Or we can start playing it, I should say. I'm really hoping this isn't one of these random weeks where for some odd, unexplained reason, YouTube delays my pay for many days, and now I don't get paid by like till like Monday, Tuesday, because not only would I not be able to play Gotham Knight, I'm not going to be able to pay other bills. I have bills due over the weekend that I need to get paid for, all right? So, yeah, this situation really sucks, and I never would have been in it if this malicious person didn't actively try to hurt me by charging back over $400 illegally yesterday, okay? How can you help? I'll be honest with you, I don't really think you could. Even if someone says, oh, I want to help, let me tip Phil. I have a negative $390 balance on my PayPal account. It's going to take me days to make that much up in tips, maybe all weekend into next week. So unless someone's going to drop a $500 tip, which I am not asking for, nor am I expecting, I can't fix my PayPal account right now. It's going to take a while, you see? The only thing you could really do if you really wanted to help, if you wanted to email me credits for Xbox Live, you know, you can buy those digital codes for Xbox Live credits from off of Amazon and other places. You email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. If I were to get enough, you know, the game is $70 plus tax, which is another 10%. So it's probably between $75 to $80. Yeah, if I had enough Xbox Live credits, then I could get it for sure. But I'm not asking you to do that at all. At all. All right? This isn't anyone's fault, but this malicious person who decided to hurt me yesterday because I was having such a good day. Okay? So, I apologize. I didn't want to make this video and waste everyone's time. I don't feel like I'm wasting your time. But I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver. I told you guys all week we're doing Gotham Knight. And then yesterday I told you if we raise enough, it looked like we raised enough. I announced concretely we're playing Gotham Knight on Friday. And then this happened. And I was really hoping today that it wasn't going to be an expensive day. It just so happens it ended up being an expensive day. And now I don't have enough for the game. It sucks. All right, guys? Let's hope for the best. Fingers crossed. YouTube pays me overnight. Right? And hopefully in the morning I say, hey guys, no problem, good news. We're getting the game. We're playing it on first stream. If not, hopefully worst case scenario, we're starting it Saturday. I don't think a one-day delay is that big of a deal. Let's hope for the best. And as for those chargebacks, yeah, I'm going to be, well, I am disputing them, and it could take, the problem with this, it could take months. Sometimes they sit on them and don't do anything with them for weeks upon weeks upon weeks. Sometimes they ask for even more information. Like, this is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be an insane amount of work. There's no guarantee I'm getting any of this money back when I deserve it. I didn't do anything wrong. This person is committing fraud to hurt me, and it's messed up. So I'll do my best on that end, and I don't really want to talk about it anymore because, quite frankly, I'm upset. Like I said, this is actually a person who I genuinely liked having on my streams. They were pleasant. They added to the conversation every time they contributed, and even when they didn't, when they were just chatting with me and having a good time engaging. It was great having them around. The atmosphere was improved with this person, and to think that this was probably someone just messing with me all along, tricking me into thinking that they were someone positive on the streams. It's pretty disconcerting. It's pretty annoying. It's pretty scary to think that someone wasted 2 months of their time trying to mess with me. And now it actually actively affects the streams, and I might not be able to play a new release because of it. Yeah, that bothers me a lot, okay? So, yeah, well, a great thing to be thinking about on my day off when I'm supposed to be relaxing with my family, right? Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Let's hope for the best. Hopefully Gotham Knight will still be tomorrow. If not, worst case, hopefully over the weekend. And thanks. You know, all I can say is thanks for listening. Thanks for a great week. And hoping to start strong again tomorrow when I come back. All right, guys, have a good night. I'll see you in the morning, hopefully with good news. Peace out.